Speed, these nuts.
All right. Stand by. Ready in 4, 3. All right. We have the man himself, David Oliver, the executive producer of the Warrior Spirit Project. Welcome and thank you very much for joining us, Dave.
And thank you guys for actually bringing me up so I can do this, so I let people know what's going on with this project.
Well, tell us, what is going on with this?
Well, basically, I put this together as an initial idea of several short films to put together demos for myself and some other actors that I was working with at the time, because in order for me to advance, I discovered that in order to get the work I want to do, I had to do the work I want to do. So I took the time out to study the scripts and all the stuff that I was getting when I was going out and auditioning, and I said, let's do our own industry quality product. And so we did 5 short films, and they got well received. And so this project came about, and it got expanded because everyone liked the previous 5, and we're like, hey, can you take it from just being a demo about you, which was just me in front of a green screen, having someone narrate it, and that be the end of it. And I'm just throwing off my martial arts skills and stunt work. You know, green screen, 2 guys in green screen suits, and that's it. But people said, could you expand it? And I said, yes. And the trick was to decide whether for television or for film. So the way I wrote this thing is a duality constantly throughout the entire piece, because it's written by a Gemini who's a true Gemini that uses his duality in everyday life. So from that aspect, the original film is only 4 pages. The episodic aspect of it is 12 pages. So when you combine it, you get 16 pages from top to bottom for an entire film.
Well, I tell you, I'm glad you touched on that, because one of the things that really impressed me about this project was the level of precision in terms of crafting it. So even though we're only talking about 16 pages, your precision with writing it made every word, every scene meaningful and significant. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I learned my lesson in 2010 when I was taking acting classes in New York, and I got in front of a top-notch casting agent, and I had already did a couple of classes before, and I'd always ask, hey, if I mess up a line, can I keep going? So I didn't ask her, and the reader that I had was kind of dry, and I'm giving it all this flavor and the energy, and I'm bringing it, and I may have changed 4 words amongst 3 lines. And when she got done, the first thing out of her mouth was that, you're great. You're natural at this. You know what you're doing. You got good instincts. But moving forward, if you want to get hired at this level, whatever they give you, you must say exactly what it is on the paper. No matter what you put on it, as far as your spin or your take, you still got to give each word something, because they take the painstaking time to make each of those lines. They have to pay for those. So you can't have a 2-paragraph speech from one character and call it a conversation. So I had to say to myself, what would this person say? And streamline it down to the person and not characters and not roles. And I had to transfer that over to the director, and then we had to give it to the other actors so that they themselves can see